In Florida today, 13 people were charged in the beating death of a Florida A&M drum major. Prosecutors say the death was the result of a band initiation ritual. 11 suspects are accused of felony hazing, a crime in Florida, and 2 are charged with misdemeanors. Mark Strassmann has the story of the killing and the case.
The incomparable marching 100.
This performance in Orlando last November was the season highlight for the Marching 100, Florida A&M's celebrated band. Just hours later, Robert Champion died from injuries he suffered in a hazing ritual aboard a band bus. Among those arrested today for felony hazing, Caleb Jackson and Ricky Wills. Wills was a drum major who marched at the head of Champion's funeral procession. State Attorney Lawson Lamar will prosecute the Champion case.
No one could have expected that his college experience would include being pummeled to death, an event that some early on mistakenly called a rite of passage.
Band members call the hazing ritual crossing bus C. Sources close to the investigation tell us Champion had to run from the front of the bus to the back while being punched, kicked, and stomped by more than 24 band members.
Is he breathing?
I have no idea. I cannot tell you that.
The 26-year-old died at the hospital from internal bleeding and shock. His parents, Pam and Robert Champion Sr., say the hazing was murder and are disappointed by today's charges.
Rob loved that school. He loved that band. And they all failed him. All of them failed him. So they should be held accountable. We've always said that everybody, whether you were directly or indirectly, should be held accountable for what you did or did not do.
There were several dozen kids on that bus. Have any of the kids who were on that bus ever reached out to you to say anything, to apologize?
To apologize? No.
Not one.
No one has reached out to apologize at all. Would you want somebody like that to be your friend?
Florida A&M has suspended all band activities, while a task force looks for ways to end decades of hazing traditions at the school.
Mark is in Florida tonight. Mark, I wonder, this young man was beaten to death. Why no murder charges or manslaughter charges?
Well, Scott, the prosecutor told me that because this was a group attack, there was no single fatal wound like a gunshot to justify a murder charge or a manslaughter charge. Champion died from his accumulated injuries, so in this case, a felony hazing charge would simply be easier to prove in court, and by the way, carries a maximum sentence of 6 years. One more thing, Scott, the prosecutor still hopes to charge even more people who were on that bus when Champion was killed.
Mark, thank you.